y'all, what's up? It's your girl Shayla Ray, and you are now tuned in for Tuesday. You know, every single week we are here and we have positive things and things that we are learning in life. You know, I know there's a lot going on in the world. I know a lot of us feel like we're a little bit in the twilight zone, but guess what? There's still so much good going on, and this is your break from all of that negativity, you know, and all of that fear and all of those things that are just not who we are and how we should be thinking. This is what you should be thinking. So thank you for tuning in again. So for the past 3 weeks, we've been doing Reclaiming Your Blessings. And it is basically me kind of dissecting my mantra. Keep growing, keep sowing, and keep glowing. So the first week, we talked about the importance of growth. The second week, we talked about the importance of sowing and planting those positive seeds so we can harvest all that we plant. And today, we're going to focus on the last part, which is, you guessed it, glowing. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited about this one because I forget the movie. You know, the one with Bruce Leroy when he had to fight the Kung Fu master, and at the end he was getting beat up and didn't look good, and all of a sudden he got this glow that just made him move, and he just defeated the guy because this glow came over him. That is what I am referring to. It's an inner glow. It's an inner confidence. It's an inner way. It's the way we look at ourselves from the inside out, okay? And in a world that we're living in the world that we do live in, it's more important now than ever to glow, to stand out in the best way possible. So I'm gonna go over some tips and some things that I feel is a true representation of how you know you're in that stage of glowing. I just love it. Okay, so first thing to show you that you are in the stage of the glow is you got that favor over your life. You are truly blessed. Have you ever met somebody or just seen somebody? I don't know, we see it a lot, and some of it is fake. Let's be honest. What we see on social media, it gives us a false sense of things. But then there are also some people who are brave enough to be vulnerable and show not just the highlights of their lives, but also their struggles, their challenges, and they're still able to glow through the bad. You know, and you just looking at them in awe and just inspired because they are just glowing through the good and the bad. And it doesn't mean that it's not hard for them, and it doesn't mean that they didn't struggle through it, but it's something about it that just made it look like they made it look effortlessly. That is what I'm talking about, and that's how you know you've reached the level of the glow, when you're able to weather these storms. You know, because life is always going to bring storms. There's always going to be ups and downs. That's the one thing that's going to be consistent, and it's how we handle it, it's how we approach it, and it's how we see it. So that's how you know you're in the level of the glow. The second thing that you know is you know your worth. You know your worth. It's not cocky. It's actually very humble. But you know that you possess something special, unique, and individualized just for you. You know that when God created you, He knew exactly what He had in mind, and He wanted nothing other than exactly who you are. Knowing your worth changes how you approach and handle everything. Okay, it changes how you choose your job or your career, or how you see things. It changes how you choose your relationships, your partners. You need to know your worth, and you need to know that you are important. The third thing that you need to know, and this is a big one, this is a one that is kind of a little bit challenging, you know, or has been for me. You have to know how to set boundaries. You have to know how to say no. And it's not about feelings, because I know I get wrapped up a lot of times in the feelings and, you know, wanting to make people feel good, but I neglect myself. And I realized how much harm I was doing to myself just to make another person happy, where I wasn't even making myself happy. I was willing to sacrifice my happiness to make someone else happy, and that's not healthy. Saying no is healthy. If you can't do something, it's okay. I'm still working on it, y'all. I'm not saying I got all of it together, because I don't. But creating boundaries, showing people how to treat you and how far they can go with you, and saying no. Very important for glowing, okay? Number 3, you are genuinely happy for other people. You don't have a spirit of jealousy in you. You want to see people win. You want to see people grow. You are excited to see somebody's growth, your friends, your family, or sometimes even a stranger. That's how you know you are in your glow, because you know that just because someone else is receiving something doesn't mean that you should. You're able to put that into perspective, and you're able to say, you know what, they worked for that, or they did that, or I admire that, and this is my path. My path is different. So when you are in that stage of the glow, you are genuinely able to be happy for other people. And last, but certainly not least, when you're in that glow, you are leveling up. Okay? Leveling up. Like, I love Sierra. Like, that is my girl, okay? But just to see, you know, we all have things in our past that we've made mistakes, you know, we found ourselves in. We might have even been embarrassed publicly. But it's not what you've been through, it's how you figure out where you're going. And it's about identifying certain things and saying, I'm not going to accept this anymore. This is not something that I want. And doing better and being better and leveling up and setting goals and executing and getting to where God wants you to be, because we have so much in us. We have so much talent. We have so many things that the world deserves, but it's going to be very hard for us to give it to the world if we continuously making the same mistakes over and over and over. So that is all of my tips for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gives you a little bit of light in the time of darkness. So I just want to tell everybody, keep growing, keep sowing, and keep glowing.